How do you combat depression, especially with the state of the world right now? It's easy and it's hard. The first thing you gotta do is always center yourself. Understand that as you're going to combat your depression or your anxiety or whatever it is that's coming through right now, during the times of 2020 or any year, you have to center yourself and understand that you're going on a voyage and that you're willing to go on that voyage. And that sometimes that voyage will deliver answers that you don't really want to deal with. That's okay. But you're willing to listen anyway. You have to have that authentic conviction inside of yourself to want to pursue truth. Depression is always tied to some sense of shadow, some truth that you're not willing to look at. Every illness, everything is a lack of authenticity. Center yourself with that you're willing to accept any truth. If you're willing to accept any truth, you're willing to accept the truth that you, in this present moment, know nothing. And that you may be wrong. Take a deep breath. Understand that the state of the world right now is something that's been orchestrated. It is a reflection of things that are going on inside of the collective consciousness. This is a shadow manifested. And now you're supposed to be confronting your shadow. How do you confront your shadow? Your shadow usually wants to use intimidation tactics that makes you feel powerless, like you don't know yourself, like you don't know any better, that there's nothing you can do. But there is. If you feel fear or you feel disillusionment, choose love. The state of the world may be fucked in a current state, but in a parallel universe it's not. That parallel universe is now. That parallel universe is attainable at any given moment. But we have to choose to let go of fear. We have to choose to let go of anger. We have to choose to let go of matter. People often want to ascend and they don't want to let go of matter. They don't want to let go of the dream. And what's funny is that sometimes people message me and they ask me, if you're an ascended master, aren't you supposed to be like ascended? I am. Some people believe that becoming an ascended master, you have to die, right? But yet so many people are afraid of death. That's kind of dumb, that you seek ascension and yet you're afraid of death. The biggest death that you could ever do is letting go of matter. You don't have to wait until life ejects you. You can choose right now to let go of matter. You have debt? All right, debt's not real anyway. You're the only person that's creating an attachment to it. The illusion has made debt seem real to you. So let go of matter. Change the way you think. Whenever something negative comes up, you just take deep breaths. Don't try to force your mind to meditate. Just experience the energy. Everything is energy. People try to focus so much on the science of energy when energy is best understood through experience. Oftentimes people learn new energy styles, especially with me. They're like, I gotta understand everything before I move forward. You'll understand it when you experience it. Once you've experienced it, you'll have the download. The experience is the download. It is the transformation. It is the ascension. Ascension is ultimately letting old paradigms, old beliefs die so that you can shift into new ones. New ones that empower you. This is the power of bending reality, changing your thought forms, changing what you believe in, enforcing what you believe in. Isn't it interesting that this world enforces a lot of thoughts onto you? You should believe that it's impossible for anyone to bend reality, that aliens exist, that we are gods pretending to be humans, that when we die, we're just gonna disappear. All these things are given to us. They're given to you to make you think in a certain fashion. You need to force yourself to think in the opposite direction of what has been given to you. So let go of matter. If your depression comes because you lost a loved one, understand that that loved one never disappeared because that loved one was energy to begin with. You're the only one that's separated yourself from talking to that person or being involved with that person. You're in matter, they're not. They're in energy. That's the only difference. They didn't disappear. If your depression comes because you feel powerless in your reality, you're the only person that's made yourself feel powerless because you believed an illusion that was granted to you and now you're here. Choose to do something different. You are powerful. Death isn't real. My loved one is still here and I can talk to them easily. It's just a learning curve. You're not doomed. The state of the world may be in chaos, trying to enforce a lot of fear and lack of freedom. But all you're doing is fighting it with love. Emanate love. Do the opposite of what it wants you to do. Control yourself. If you're going to be an alchemist, if you're going to be a creator of your reality, learn how to control your emotions. Learn what energies are making you feel a certain kind of way. If you watch the news all the time and it makes you feel panicked, stop watching the news. If you hang out with people who just want to talk about the pandemic all the time, and they want to argue about it, and they want to focus on all the negativity of the world, stop hanging out with those people. Similarly, if you're always hanging out with people who believe that they're never going to get out of their financial situation, that they're always going to be in debt, stop hanging out with those people. If you're doing things that always remind you that you are in debt, stop doing those things. Control your emotions. You control your emotions by being aware and taking action. If you're always feeling like there's no way you could ever contact somebody from the dead. Stop thinking that way. Stop thinking that they're far away. Start realizing that they're always with you, and that yes, you can still talk to them. Start thinking differently every time you miss them. And when you miss them, choose to send them an astral text message. Hey, I really miss you right now. I love you. I know we're not in the same dimension anymore, but you know, I'm always thinking about you. Isn't that like a text message that you send a loved one when they live far away? That's one of the first steps. And then you'll notice that they're closer because they respond, rather through synchronicity or something else. If you spend every day just a few minutes a day, no matter how depressed you are, even if you don't really start feeling it internally, you'll feel that way. You'll start feeling happier. If you choose to focus on the times you have felt happy, just focusing on those memories where you were laughing, you were smiling, you were having fun, you were feeling great. After just 5-10 minutes of that, you're going to have a shift in your reality because you control the energy in your reality. No matter what's going on in the pandemic of the world, whatever's being given to you directly to your consciousness, you subconsciously have to understand that you have to flip the coin and do the opposite of that thing. You do that through life changes. You do that through actively putting yourself in places of like understanding higher consciousness, controlling your emotion, choosing to do something different. The moment that you start feeling fear, you have to be like, whoa, oh, nope, not gonna feel fear right now. I understand that I'm being triggered by fear, but fear is the illusion. Fear is where this reality is trying to force me to live in. I'm going to choose to do the opposite of that. When you put yourself there and you do that with not just fear, but worthlessness or, you know, feeling lost. Oh, I feel really lost right now. Oh my God, I feel lost. Wait. I might be feeling lost right now just because I am not seeing the bigger picture. It's gonna make sense. I'm not gonna be lost. I'm not lost. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. When you put that out there, you change reality. You shift reality. Reality starts working for you. Ooh, someone made me angry. Oh, no, I'm not gonna put my energy there. I'm not gonna do it. No matter how bad I want to. No matter how bad, no, it's not worth it to me. It's not worth it to me. I am the controller of my own reality. I am the creator of my own reality. I tell my energy what I want it to do. I am in balance. I am in harmony. I am in the now. I will not give in to this anger. This anger means nothing to me. This anger is an illusion. It works for a lot of different spaces in your life, especially when you're not feeling loved. When you don't feel loved, that's when all these other things start stepping into your reality and they creep in to try to dismantle the creations you've created. And for you getting to the next step, you need to understand that there comes a moment in your life where you're like, okay, I am going to allow myself to relax. I'm going to allow myself I'm going to give myself the opportunity to do something that I've never done before, which is be different. Being who you actually are. A lot of times people want to find their authentic self, but you need to be able to know that your authentic self isn't what other people have given you. Your authentic self isn't what you've gathered from this world and used to define yourself towards the future. Your authentic self is behind every event that you've experienced in your life. This pandemic included. You created this pandemic in some degree. The authentic you lies beyond what this pandemic is trying to tell you that your life is supposed to be like, or what you're supposed to be doing, or who you're supposed to be and where you're going to go. If you resign yourself to fate, you have lost control over your reality. If you understand there's a greater destiny beyond fate, and you have a million different ways of getting there, and you choose to start making active moves to make sure you get to the exact destiny that you desire, that starts with the now. That starts with changing and actively choosing the opposite of everything that you've naturally gone through in your life, that you naturally think about. I'm sending you all my love.